Good morning and welcome to another episode of Eagle Eye Broadcasting. I'm Aurora.
And I'm Nikki.
And today we have a special guest here in the studio. This is Bobby Walters from Good Life Western Sports. And so we're going to ask her a few questions about what she's doing now because she's an OHS alumni.
She graduated in the class of 2011.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes into our first question. So what did you do after graduating from OHS?
After OHS, I went to school at Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee to pursue music. There I wanted to do specifically Christian music, and got there, and my first semester something was missing, and it was the rural Western lifestyle that I really loved back home that I missed. In fact, I wanted to maybe transfer back to Nebraska, but then chose to stay. But throughout that, I actually did Christian ministry on college circuits for college rodeo, amateur circuits there, and then was able to do some writing for national publications for journalism and newspaper articles and stuff like that. So that's really how I made my money as an athlete in college and doing music and all that stuff. And then after college, I ended up at a national television network, RFD TV, doing Western sports and rural agriculture. So that's how I ended up in there.
It's pretty cool.
Back to the Nebraska roots.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then that brings us to the next question. So what is your current job and what are some of the main things you do now?
Yes. So after RFD, I came back to Nebraska, spent about 5-6 years in Nashville, and then I came back to Nebraska and worked at a TV station here in Nebraska. And then after leaving the TV station, I decided to go full-blown with a Western sports show that I had on Nebraska television. And now I currently do it all on social media. It's called Good Life Western Sports. I do that primarily, as well as social media management for a bunch of clients. And so I primarily get to travel with my boyfriend, who's a pro radio announcer, and we travel across the United States about 250 days out of the year. So we are never home, which is awesome. And we're at a different rodeo, different city, different state, pretty much every day. And just get to enjoy music, and we both sing, so we both do sing along the way. Cool. And we're able to do the show and work from home and work from on the road. So it's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
That's awesome that it's so flexible.
Yeah.
We're going to play a quick clip of her show so you can see kind of what we're talking about, and so you can check out Good Life Western Sports really quick here.
Welcome to the first full episode in 2018 of Good Life Western Sports. I'm your host, Bobby Leanne. Well, I'm so excited to bring to you the action happening around Rodeo, Nebraska, and a look inside of the exciting things that we are up to here at the Good Life Western Sports Studio. To start things off, I want to give a warm welcome to your 2018 Miss Rodeo, Nebraska Christian Cometcher. On Saturday, January 6th, Cometcher officially...
So that was a little clip of your show.
So what's the main content of Good Life Western Sports?
So working at RFD TV, RFD TV is a Nebraska-rooted company, but they focus a lot on pro rodeo and agriculture in rural United States. But I really had it in the back of my mind that I wanted to come back to Nebraska and focus more on the people who never really get to see the limelight, just because we have so many good athletes here in Nebraska in the junior high level, high school, college, amateur, and professional level. We see a lot of people, but we have a 9-time Letterman Award winner, Kyle Whitaker, to his daughter Janae, who's been to nationals, to just so many athletes that I really wanted to put them in the spotlight and tell the stories of Nebraska. And so when I was able to move back to Nebraska, I took every idea that I had and just kind of put it to use. So.
That's awesome. So what does a normal day look? Well, I guess based on what we've heard a little bit, it sounds like every day is kind of different, but
the average day in the life of Bobby Walters.
I wake up every morning, and then I do all my clients' work for social media management, and I do edit a lot of videos for them. I also am doing a lot with other people, just doing video work, shooting video, editing a lot of video for whether that's big events or whether that's for a client or anything else. But then in the evenings, I do my show, Good Life Western Sports, or edit video for that. But again, I do that. It's late night, early in the morning, whatever fits in the schedule for that day. So yeah.
So what do you enjoy most about your job and what you do?
I think it's I've never been able to travel this much, and so I think that it's been a blessing to be able to get to travel, meet new people. It's so awesome to say that we pretty much have a friend in every single state.
Yeah.
So to get to travel and see all those people, and I think most recently being able to go to Vegas twice this year as Miss Nebraska and as for Good Life Western Sports, and to have people come up to you and say, oh, you're the person from Good Life Western Sports, or we appreciate what you do in Vegas is pretty awesome. And so to get to be in that big atmosphere is probably my biggest accomplishment this year so far.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
In April we'll be a year old, so we're pretty young. We're not quite a year. So.
Well, I think that's all we have. Thank you for coming on our show.
Yes, awesome.
That was
awesome.
awesome. So go check out Good Life Western Sports and give them a follow on Facebook and YouTube primarily, and so you can check out their interviews of athletes there. Yeah,
Awesome.
thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So we'll be right back with your announcements.
State Farm agent Susan Wakefield is here to help protect all the moving parts of your life. With auto, home, life, and financial services, Susan Wakefield and her team make it simple to bring together what matters to you.
Torpin's Rodeo Market is located in the heart of O'Neill and has everything your family needs to stay full and happy. Torpin's always keeps their shelves stocked with fresh produce and also offers goods from local producers. Their weekly bankroll drawing offers a chance to win cash every time you shop. And every spring they give back to the community by giving away multiple senior scholarships. Torpin's Rodeo Market, the friendliest store in town and your only home-owned food store.
Welcome back, Jared Hammerlin here with
Colin Lorenz.
and we're going to take a look at your announcements. Today is Monday, January 29th. Everyone gets out at 2:30 for staff development. O'Neill JV wrestling invite here at 5:30. Mid-State girls basketball, O'Neill versus Crofton at Norfolk Catholic at 7:45. The bus will leave at 4:30 today.
And on Tuesday, January 30th, there will be MAPS testing for grades 7 through 12 and ACT online prep for grades 11. Mid-State boys basketball at O'Neill versus Crofton, and that's at Norfolk Catholic at 6:15, and the bus will leave at 3:50.
Wednesday, January 31st, more MAPS testing, grades 7 through 12, FCCLA District Star at Burwell at 9:30 a.m.
I don't think the 12th graders test for that, then.
Yeah, I don't know why they put 7 through 12. That's a typo. I'm not showing up.
That'd be 7 through 10.
I'm not showing up for that.
And Thursday, February 1st, there is junior high boys basketball at home with West Holt and Mid-State girls basketball, and that is to be announced.
Yep, and then on Friday, Mid-State boys basketball with the time to be announced.
And on Saturday, February 3rd, there will be a speech meet at Aurora at 8 a.m. and a JV wrestling at Creighton at 9:30 and Mid-State wrestling meet at Norfolk Catholic at 9:30 a.m. There's also a Mid-State girls and boys basketball finals, and that is also to be announced.
A reminder that starting today, if you have a failing grade, you'll be required to attend the Monday early out study support period. This is now mandatory. Last semester it was expected but not required. It is now required. You will be dismissed to the lunchroom prior to the end of the day, and you will report on time. This is an opportunity to focus on your academic expectations, and there are opportunities for some help should you need it. Check your grades early today. If you have troubles with getting onto your PowerSchool accounts, please stop in Mr. Fisher's office. He can help.
And this coming Monday, students will receive a monthly memo. This will be a video that will celebrate the amazing things happening here at OHS and communicate important information to you as well. If there are things you would like to include in the memo, send it to Mr. Fisher by Friday.
Reminder to all students in grades 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 that you will be expected to be in attendance for MAP testing this week. Grades 7, 8, 9, and 10, and the ASVAB testing and ACT online prep for the 11th grade. Attendance is required for all students in grades 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. As stated in the schedule, you must attend and attendance will be taken. This includes all 11th graders on both Tuesday and Wednesday at the stated time.
There will be no school for 12th graders on Tuesday and Wednesday, but this is a great time for seniors to get caught up on work and assure you are on track to graduate.
The schedule for MAP, ASVAB, and ACT online prep sessions are as follows. Tuesday, January 30th, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. is MAP testing for grades 7 through 8, and 12 to 3:30 is MAPS testing for grades 9 through 10. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the ASVAB assessment for all 11th grade students. And this is required, no school for 12th grade.
On Wednesday, January 31st, at 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., MAPS testing for grades 7 through 8, and then at 12 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., the MAPS testing will be for grades 9 through 10. And 12 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., the ACT online prep and the introduction for all 11th grade students is required, and no school for 12th grade.
The O'Neill boys basketball team will travel to the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island on Saturday, February 10th, and take on Hastings St. Cecilia. Game time is set at 10:45 a.m. There are 8 games being played on Saturday with teams from big and small Nebraska schools and a team from Colorado and Kansas. Admission is good for all day and all games. Adult tickets are $16 and student tickets are $10. Courtside seats are $75. You can leave and re-enter as long as you have a stamp. And then we have a list of time for all the games.
Jeez.
You can go ahead and read those if you want.
Oh, thanks. I guess at 9 a.m. there's South Loop versus UTAN, 10:45 Hastings St. Cecilia versus O'Neill, and at 12:30 p.m. Omaha South versus York. 2:15 is Gretna versus Ponca. 4 o'clock is Grand Island Central Catholic versus Winnebago. 5:45 is Omaha Scott versus Aurora, and 7:30 is Oak Hill Academy versus Sunrise Christian Academy, and at 9:15 is Platteview versus Crete.
All right, so with that, we'll move over to your weather. The temperature right now is 5 degrees, and the wind, we have 0 miles per hour of wind, so looks like there's no wind. Let's see, what's it look like this afternoon, Colin?
This afternoon it will get to about 27 degrees Fahrenheit, and it will feel like 19 though, with wind gusts at 6 miles an hour.
And tomorrow morning, going to be 25 degrees with gusts of wind up to 27 miles per hour. And that's all we have for weather, so we'll be back with Trevor with your sports after this.
Great Plains State Bank has been meeting the needs of its customers for nearly 100 years, offering a wide selection of flexible and competitive loan options, including personal, commercial, and ag lending. GPS is a small-town bank with big-town resources, with a full range of innovative deposit products. GPS creates strong clients and strong communities by providing valuable and trusted common-sense banking. Great Plains State Bank continues to deliver quality banking products and services that are representative of their name. GPS, great personal service.
Welcome back to another Daily Sports Announcements. Just me today. Andrew is gone missing. Don't know where he is. We'll look at your local sports. Today is Monday, January 29th. There's the O'Neill JV Wrestling Invite home at 5:30 p.m. The Mid-States Girls Basketball Tournament, O'Neill versus Crofton at Norfolk Catholic at 7:45. The bus will leave at 4:30. Looking at Tuesday, Mid-State Boys Basketball, O'Neill versus Crofton at Norfolk Catholic at 6:15. The bus will leave at 3:50. Wednesday, January 31st, there's no sports scheduled. So looking at Thursday, February 1st, there's Junior High Boys Basketball, home with West Holt. And the Mid-States Girls Basketball is to be announced. And also for Friday, it will be the Mid-States Boys Basketball will be to be announced. Looking at your national sports, Tiger Woods completed 72 holes on the PGA Tour for the first time in more than 2 years, and he did so without pain. That he did so without shooting over par, and while finishing among the top 30 were added bonuses. Woods finished tied for 23rd place at 285, 3 under par, and 7 strokes out of a playoff. And he viewed all of that as a positive after he endured 4 back surgeries in the past 4 years. The latest spinal fusion surgery in April kept him from swinging a club for 6 months. This was only Woods' 5th worldwide start since the 2015 Wyndham Championship, in which he tied for 10th. 2 of those were at the unofficial Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas, where last month he shot 3 rounds in the 60s and tied for 9th. that is all we have for your sports today. Without this will conclude our broadcast, and we will see you on Thursday.
Quality, service, selection. Established in 1990, Specialties and More can help with your screen printing and embroidery needs. We provide high-quality, low-cost service with quick turnaround. Dedication to our customers is what we value. Create your own design or have our on-site artists create one for you. We appreciate your interest in Specialties and More and are excited to work with you on your next project. No job too big or too small because we do it all.